right, welcome back, traders, to another weekly recap. But I am switching this to monthly recap. Hope you guys well. The past few weeks or so, I've been absent on posting things on YouTube, taking videos, and all that. Pretty narrow focus, just trading and some other matters, but everything's all pretty smooth as far as what we focus on, what are the stuff that's happening in the market. And small caps is just booming, man. If you really still hesitated and don't understand how much you can really make by studying and learning how these things works, you're missing out. You're staying behind. This is something that you could do part time. You should not start full time. You cannot be full time if you're not profitable. But honestly, compared to other assets that you can make money, obviously you can go make millions of dollars at any other, if you work at the firm, investment bank, or if you work at the real estate. If you're really good at that, you still want to trade your money. You need to be able to manage your portfolio. Um, and that's the beauty of it. When you already one step ahead from 99% of the people, or 90% now, because the amount of day traders are increasing every year. So it's good to be back and talk a little more of some changes. Nothing massively, but I decided to just do this more of a monthly. Every month, I go over what happened in the past month, and then on the side, we also post our watch list. You get it through the app and the channels. But I'm not going to discuss them until end of the month. So yeah, let's dive into it. Last month, July. I mean, this is August 3rd, Sunday. Crazy stuff happening in the past month or so. I mean, June, July has been this theme of Bitcoin Treasury, Ethereum Treasury, crypto treasuries, pretty much, this whole crypto wrappers. They try to, put something together more attractive as a product and sell it to the public. Obviously, behind the scene, they're diluting massively, and so on. I mean, supposedly they have to go buy the actual assets, purchase the Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever crypto they come, because we have seen many new tickers came out of nowhere pumping, and just their headline is, oh, this is the crypto wrapper or crypto treasury of Dogecoin or Litecoin or Ethereum. I mean, yes, there is value if you buy those assets separately, but certainly zero value when you buy these treasury stocks, because technically you do need to um, you know see the sympathy of the move uh, by the crypto. If you follow the Bitcoin, if you're trading the Bitcoin, you expect this thing to move like a Bitcoin, but it's not. It won't be like that. It never likes that, because there's a lot of involvement, a lot of insiders activities, a lot of dilutions mainly. And yeah, I mean, they just sell the dream of the long term. But in the long term, these things are just a trend. You just have to, as I said in my previous video in the course as well, beginner course and many others. if you've been around the block and trade, you know that when the trend comes, it will die off soon, or sooner or later. But if you're an opportunistic person, you know where to trade it. You jump in, trade it, and take your profit, like what they do. So yeah, definitely something that has been a big narrative in the past month or so, and big headlines, and a lot of company like BM&R, as you see. This was a main trade for many traders. Pretty much in a short amount of time, this stock had a massive run, and we called it as well. It just astonishing that how they can really run something like this up and then die it off quickly. So that is understanding of what they're selling to you in the market, what they actually doing. You want to go behind the scenes, see what's going on, why these things happen. Just buying it off and holding it and hoping this thing goes to moon or whatever number that you have in your mind, it's stupid. It should not be like that. So yeah, just going to kind of overall recap on monthly activities and what are the stuff that has been the big things for me and for most of the traders and for the market. So BM&R was one of those tickers that I personally wanted to anticipate in. I anticipated in the both side. I did trade it on the long side, and I also traded on the short side. I didn't really like the move. This wasn't my cup of tea. Pretty much, I wanted to just take advantage of the momentum. So the momentum was the key for me, and how much volume, how much dollar volume that has been traded, and how much float rotation has been on this. I think I put this one on few days before, so this won't be inaccurate right now, but this was probably the most active days back in July, perhaps one of these days. I think July 3rd was the massive push again. So yeah, BM&R was the key, and then when the whole market shifted, we could see, I think that they did the offering as well. We can take a look. I don't follow that anymore because I already seen the market cap grow, and it just went above my criteria, so I didn't want to really be on this in any form or shape. They did had some 2 billion Ethereum back, along with Bitcoin, obviously. So there's a lot of private placement. There's a lot of private investments came into this to back them up. A lot of institutional. There was a crazy rotation off of this. By the way, so this will be a little bit of a longer form video as we go over the monthly. I tried in the past videos just do quick weekly watch list recap, but since we're doing the monthly, it probably take a bit longer. And if you like it, feel free to subscribe and like the video. That will help a lot, so I can make more video of these. Yeah, so yeah, BM&R was that, and they had a lot of private investments, pipes activities, and all that. Until it's kind of over. Well, obviously the earning doesn't make sense. These things are very choppy. Do not really anticipate if you don't know what you're doing. The spread is huge. You could get demolished can destroy your account if you don't know what you're exactly doing. Obviously, this ETB, oh no, it wasn't ATB actually. It was hard to borrow and expensive borrows. So those are one of those things that I don't want to anticipate, but I did short this once it kind of got more shares available, and it had the beautiful. I think it was the first day was I'm not sure what's going on with my Finviz chart, a little bit acting up, but anyhow, it's just that crazy first day, official first red day happened in that July 9th, and then it just went down. Yeah, that was the BMNR gift of July. I don't know if BMNR really run on. Let me take it. Oh yeah, so June I didn't really trade much. I was traveling, so June wasn't my month, except I only traded CRCL. CRCL was another one. Still on my watch list. In general, I'll looking into this to trade it more often. It has the higher market cap, over 7 billion, 6 billion. It's above the criteria, so I don't. It's a higher price, and definitely not suitable for many. But same theory. I think they're also into that. I haven't really taken a deep dive onto them. Yeah, they did have some collaboration with Binance and stuff. They're sort of like a digital currency and public blockchain for payments. So they're like supporting all these. It's a payment processor for stable coins and all that. So yeah, I mean it's more of a legit company rather like BMNR. I don't think they do like they're not part of like a treasury, crypto treasury and stuff or wrappers. So yeah, CRCL still on my top watch. I like the fact that this stock is still trades, has momentum, and yeah, those stuff are really interest me. But yeah, after that we got, I think last month, SRPT was another mover. We did call this yeah, SRPT was also what on my interest, from what I'm seeing on my histories. Yeah, SRPT, I think I traded a few times at the beginning of the July, and later when they bounce. Not sure exactly what they were up to. SRPT. They're also they are a biotech company. Still big market cap. I do have this still on my watch, but garbage company, garbage. I think they had some failure on their phase 3. That was the theme. If I'm not mistaken, had some lawsuits going on, obviously misleading investors and all that. But yeah, that was kind of the team. Not something that I would say I will be looking into this month. But yeah, last month it was interesting. Had this huge upside, and obviously wasn't able to had that massive momentum. And compared to what was the market cap back in that time till now, yeah, the stock had a really massive move. I think the float was way lower compared to now. Share floats is 93 million, so still low considering how much of the market cap still in there. So yeah, that was one of them, and then BMNR obviously, and then we got Proc. We had Proc many times. Multiplied, Day Runner, I did really like this stock. It was the main trade for me was proc and open actually, uh, pretty much on July. Proc had this, a huge upside, and then trap all the shorts. Didn't really failed first red day, so I did really anticipated in overall like swing type of trading, not swinging it, but like trading it on the first green day and then wait for more confirmation on the second day, and then just pull back and then reversal, and then we eventually seen that flush came back, and then I attacked on the short side. I think proc was definitely one of those multiply day trade I had. I really enjoyed that one because I think each trade that I had with it was solid, except a few times I had break even situation going on the short side on believe on the $5 range, at the $5 range. So I think on the July 10th I started shorting it, and really chopped me out a little and went below the VWAP, and then I retamped and eventually flushed. But I didn't really anticipate the full swing overnight short. This was a very successful one. Well, we had a massive trade in the room, so proc was a good call. Obviously, Wolf was another one. I didn't really like this stock much. It came out of sub pennies, obviously. Sub pennies, $1 above, still not interest me a lot. But yeah, had this huge momentum on beginning of July, and a lot of I think Wolf got the theme of Wall Street bets. Um, the Reddit players were kind of liking this thing, and not sure what they were into. What's their company does? Obviously, we're not gonna get into. I think they're semiconductor related mining company, Bitcoin miners. That's a kind of thing, and I'm pretty much short bias on them. So that was the kind of idea on that, and Wolf was solid, and then we got SBET. SBET was a choppy one, but we called it also crazy multi-day runner, trap all the shorts, but eventually great win for shorts. It did actually. I end up taking a small loss at the yeah, this was actually my biggest gain of the month as bet on the short side when it officially went to first red day and had this massive pullback, and I just anticipated to the red, green to red move, and yeah, that was solid. And then on the long side, I did trade few times because I did actually trade on the short side when it was front side of the move, and it didn't really crack, and no hard crack, nothing that was show of signs of weakness. Huge momentum, and a lot of people got trapped. A lot of shorts got trapped into this. It went from $9 to $36, so that was a massive one. Obviously, this stock was also I think crypto related. Again, it was a gambling. Went all the way to Ethereum. So Ethereum holding thing, Ethereum Treasury thing. So once again, the same trend. SBET was really interest me, and still on my watch list on the side. I look at this to see if potentially can bounce back and have some momentum in a longer, in a bigger picture. Not necessarily on. I'm not looking for like another day one move, but yeah, so far still on that backside of the move. Nothing has changed. Shorts taking over, pretty solid. Short as well. Um, yeah, I think I did have S bet long and short a few times. Yeah, and I took a small loss on that, long and short. Kind of like short didn't work, and then I switched on the long side, and the long worked. So uh, overall, I still like was slipped to a small loss on it, but on the day one was great and really make up to previous trades. And then open was my was the whole pretty much open and SBET, massive another trap on the short side, but open was very much easier setup compared to SBET. Didn't have that crazy push, although it wasn't cracking. It wasn't cracking at all. And yeah, and I've been trading it since the day one, just back and forth into those movements, really into that $2. And once it really break to that four, I think I scalped few, and on the second day, I mean, this day 21st was the day that everyone expected that it will really be a crack at the later day, but it definitely didn't. Everyone expecting the harder crack, flush or some sort of offering, but clearly that didn't happen. Open, obviously traded massive float and huge rotation. Market cap went over almost 1.5, 1.6 billion. So that was huge. I'm not sure if they announced a proxy discretionary reverse stock split. That was the one, and not sure about the offering. I don't think they did any sort of offering, although they have ATM and everything. So this would be some sort of potential on the stock to reverse if that happened. Open is still attractive. Volume still solid overall, average volume. But yeah, first red day was really official. Red day was the July 22nd, not the July 21st. A lot of people got trapped into that move, but then eventually that five was this massive. I mean, I was just looking at the orders at five. Remember that lots of orders just selling off and short bids. So huge crack on that, and then I did short that. I think I did short very small. I didn't really anticipate on the bigger move, unfortunately, but yeah, it was it was enough for me to kind of scalp it into that, but obviously nothing huge. But I like the action on the long side if it gets potential reversal. And lastly, before the month ends, we got SNGX on 31st of July, which was the best trade before we closed the month, and that was a great call. I did mention this in as I was like looking at this on July 31st. We huge move, and obviously later to the afternoon the crack happened, and then backside, and then just entirely just backside and huge flush. I mean, everyone expected this would be another gap and crap, but the crap really happened later into the day, so not really at the morning. So it really trapped a lot of short here, but it was a solid long trade, we called it. And then yeah, massive pullback. And interestingly enough, day after, in the 1st of August, Tnon came in, and everyone expected that the same move happened like SNGX. So this is the effect. I don't know what is it called. There's a term for it. Similar effect. Some other terms. I'm not sure if I know that terms correctly, but there is a business term for it, that you kind of get this effect, and you expect this to be similar, but obviously you can see that doji here, and that wasn't the case. So keep that in mind. It's not going to be always the same thing. Obviously you could see the similar effect early on, pre-market, but it won't go that long because not many people are still interested into that. Many people are already stuck into SNGX, or they just don't like to try again, or it's just some other reason. So don't get too don't get by this action and thinks that these things can go move like SNGX. So yeah, that's pretty much it for monthly recap, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I know it looks like the video it's short, but in general I try to keep it short and effective. So if you guys have any questions or need any help, reach out. Definitely use this opportunity to get on one-on-one session with me, and if you need to accelerate your learning phase or understanding how these things are moved, reach out to my team and definitely hook you up. Other than that, wish you guys best month ahead. August usually relatively still summer, relatively can be choppy. So be careful with your sizing, small size. Take your losses, cut your losses quickly. So do not try to hold into any baggers or something, and don't try to just hit everything for a home run. So that's my 2 cents. Anyway, take care, team, and have a lovely day.